In today's video, I'll be covering 5 Florida natives you should grow in your garden. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Now, native plants are technically just plants that have been in your region for over 1,000 years. They're not invasive and they actually grow very well with one another. So let's go ahead and go on to our very first plant. So coming to our very first plant is the pink mohilly grass. Now this plant right here, as you can see, the roots are very healthy and the plant itself is very healthy. Now you could see this plant growing almost everywhere in South Florida because of its gorgeous pink flowers. Not to mention, they're super easy to grow because they are drought tolerant. They really could grow in any type of soil. They could grow in ground or in containers. So I'm going to be planting them in here. In this case, all I do is rough up the roots a little bit, make a hole, and pop it down in there. Always make sure to label your plants. And just like that, I have 2 planted. So next up is the dune sunflower. Now, sunflowers in general are gorgeous plants or annuals that many gardeners grow year after year. But did you know that there is a Florida native that grows all year round? And pretty much like it says in the name, it's a sunflower that grows in a dome shape. They're very prolific. They're once again a landscaping plant, or they could be used as a container plant as well. They're very heat tolerant, they're drought tolerant, and so you can really grow these anywhere in your garden. Second batch done. Next up is the blue-eyed grass. This one is actually a newer one for me as I never knew this could actually grow in South Florida. This is a gorgeous grass that blooms these delicate purple, almost blue flowers. And so this is definitely another great landscaping plant or a pollinator attracting plant too. So if you're a gardener in Florida and you want to go ahead and add a plant to your garden that reminds you of an iris, definitely go after this blue-eyed grass as it will definitely give you and serve you that same vibe and look. Third batch done. Coming at number 4 is this one, which I am super excited about, which is the seaside goldenrod. The reason to why I'm super excited about this one is because I have used this flower in many cut flower arrangements. So once I heard that this was a Florida native, I was so intrigued. Not to mention the flowers itself provide this delicate touch of bright yellow into the garden. And the best part is you can cut the flowers and use them in cut flower arrangements as they have a long lasting base life. Fourth batch done. Now, as you can see with the change of container, the one we're going to be growing next requires more space. Right? And that is these 2 plants right here, which is the scarlet rose mallow. Now, if you've been following me for a while now, you know that I am a huge fanatic of the cold hardy hibiscus or the dinner plate size hibiscus or any type of hibiscus in general. Now, when I found that I could get these in plugs, I was intrigued and I was sold. Now, if you see this faded stick in the plug, that doesn't mean that the plant is dead. That is just means that it's went through dormancy and it's currently starting to break dormancy and grow new growth. So I'm super excited to get my hands on these. Now, the difference between your regular cold hardy dinner plate size hibiscus and the scarlet rose mallow is that the scarlet rose mallow flowers are more skinnier in petals and they're smaller. So that's pretty much the difference. But other than that, they're pretty much the same. But since they're bigger perennials, I need to grow them in 1-gallon size containers. And just like that, our final 5th batch is done. So let's go ahead and move them in the greenhouse. So here they are, the ones I just planted today. I'm putting them on the Epic Gardening seed starting trays right here for now until I get proper tables. But this has been working very well so far as it maintains a little bit of water down in here so it could keep the plants well hydrated. Now, yesterday I got these plugs, which are also Florida native plants. So we have coral honeysuckle, swamp milkweed, butterfly milkweed, Robelia cardinal, and then we have Simpson stoppers back there, which are all, once again, Florida natives and great to grow in your garden. So if you're looking into getting something new, definitely consider growing these. Make sure to comment down below what was your favorite plant that I showcased in today's video. And like always, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification button so you get notified when I release a new video. Thank you all so much for watching this video. May God bless you and your entire family. And never forget to grow big, Ultimate Gardeners. Bye, everyone.